Good afternoon, good evening, what have you. Yeah. So my neighbor's dog, I believe it's a new neighbor, has been barking a very long time. So you may hear barking, because the walls are not that thick. And I have good hearing, but the walls are not that thick. So sometimes I lay down during my lunch break and in my bed, so the wall right there. Usually this dog is like towards the living room of the apartment next door. This dog was not, I don't know if the bedroom or what is here, but I think it's a bedroom. So from about 1:30 to about 2:45, this dog barked excessively. So I laid on the couch, stopped a little bit, nope, kept barking. You could hear it on the couch. So yeah, so I finally just had to call the office. I'm like, this dog won't stop barking. And it's ever since, I think it's new people moved in, it barks at least 3 times a day. Usually if somebody's making noise, it barks at it. But today, there's no shine on my face, even though the camera looks like it's showing it. Yeah, I'm good. Today it just keeps, since about 2:45 now, off and on, it barks. But for that whole hour, it was barking excessively. Yeah. So, and the leasing office did leave a message, or I think closed my request, which is never really a request. It's just me stating something, because for some reason they have not been answering their phones, even though when I go in the office, I saw one of them on the phone. So I'm like, you don't seem to answer other times. Like, I can call back. Nobody's answering the phone, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So, as we see a pimple patch, I could easily put something over it. Other than this part right there, I could easily just put something over it and go about my way, but we're not going to do that. We are using Carpe for primer. Okay, I think I need to shake it up more, because lately, even a little, it's been a little runny. I know I usually say T-zone, but I'm a person like to put primer everywhere. But the focus is T-zone for a matte primer. This is, so. I just like to give the product, any makeup, something to lay on top of. And because it's been so hot, pretty much your whole face could possibly sweat. It is currently 92 degrees. And by the time I get to this happy hour, happy hour. I'm going to another happy hour. I skipped last week's. I'm going to happy hour today. I almost didn't because my lunch was busy listening to a damn dog for an hour. But yeah, so I'm going tonight. I might just have a soda because, like I said, this place, the drinks are very expensive. I have enough money for one of their drinks. I just don't want to pay that much for one of their drinks. Okay, Carpe. And let's powder. And I did realize every time I keep shaking is because, I don't know if you can see how much. It's all on the side. So that's how much I have left. So the Sephora sale is coming. Even though I only get 15% off, maybe I'll buy another one of these. I have a Beauty Bakery one, so I don't need to necessarily buy one, but I like this. I mean, color I've gotten used to it by now. I've had it for a while, so. Let's get these eyebrows. I'm sure just got glitter, sparkles. Okay, and we're using Carpe's setting mist, instant matte setting mist. Yeah, I still haven't figured out what that fragrance is. Like I said, it's not bad. Very light mist. So we are using About Face. I know we haven't used this in a while because it's been too hot. But I'm like, okay, it's gonna be 80s. Next week's gonna be like 70s supposedly. Maybe 80s, but 70s. So I'm bringing it back out to the rotation. So I said, why not tonight? It's gonna be 80s. And when I pull it out, because it's a suction thing, that's why I moved away from me, because whatever I have on may end up getting it on me. So I do remember that, even though I haven't used it in a while. And then probably for a lighter look, I could have just did the one versus, so I'm going to use the Instant Matte again. I always like this foundation, but like I said, it was just too hot to wear. I think last time I wore it was March, maybe February, March, when it was cooler. And I remember I wore it to a restaurant where we sat outside and it was raining, so it survived being humid. Like, it was surprisingly, it wasn't supposed to rain that day. So, or we were not expecting that to rain that day. So survived that. So if it could survive that unexpected, humid, but still February weather day, which would have been maybe 70s, 60s, I don't know. I believe this is medium coverage and buildable. I really don't build up anything because my face tends to, once it settles, it becomes more full coverage than it was. So I'm like, that's why I don't build up anything. Because even things that are light coverage, it settles, it's more coverage. Like right now, I can still see some of my freckles, aka age spots, but it's fine. So I'm like, it still looks like this is still my shade. Because again, people have the summer shades, winter shades. I'm like, I'm not buying all these shades. Matches, so that much is on there. Let's go with, and you see the little spots. So I'm getting through this concealer. It's definitely, I don't think I've ever gone through a whole concealer other than the NYX concealer. I think it's the only one I've ever gone all the way through. So that is something new. It's my nose contour brush, but we're using Black Radiance's True Complex Cream Contour, which I haven't used in a while. So this set pretty much. And as we know, I use this one that's supposed to be for contour. I use this bronzer instead because the bronzer is not dark enough for me. And because they don't sell, this is medium to dark, that's the palette. They don't sell dark to deep. Like, even on their website, they don't sell it. So I'm like, Like right now, I'm like, is this dark enough? I think it's supposed to be bronzing, not contouring, so. The thing is, I like to contour with my bronzers usually. That's why if I have a bronzer, it ends up being used that way. So I'm looking at it right now. Let's look at the mirror. Yeah, it's definitely a bronzer. It's bronzy, it's warming up. It's not being too sharp or cool. It's definitely a bronzer. And the closer is on, the pilot of the closer is on, which I think I've seen maybe one other time. Which is, I don't say ironic, but coincidental, because this guy I know, he went to a movie premiere last night, and the guy who plays Julio was in it. The movie premiere he went to go see, on the screening in LA. I know he's been in other stuff, the guy who plays Julio, which I can't think of right now. Somebody said Breaking Bad. I've never seen Breaking Bad, so apparently he's in Breaking Bad. I know something else that I've seen him in. I just can't think of it right now. But I was like, oh, it's coincidental that we were just talking about this dude. But he took a picture with him. And here he is. Or the pilot's on. Yeah. Yeah. See, this is good for bronzing. It's that nice little warmness without it being harsh. I might use the highlighter. I don't know. We'll put this to the side. We might use the highlighter. And then we're not using a liquid blush today. We're just using a bronzing powder blush. It made fans on, so of course it blew it that way. So yeah, I'm trying to think how the week has been. Went to that black art exhibition last Saturday. It was nice. It was nice. How long was it? Was it 3 hours? I got there about 7:30. I think I tagged that on a video when I was done editing it. You have food trucks, some mocktails. Which again, I hadn't known what to expect, if there's gonna be food or not. So I didn't get any food. I was gonna eat afterwards. And then, coincidentally, I didn't plan on hanging out with a friend after, but that ended up happening, so. And we ended up going to IHOP, so. I'm like, all right. Got to show off my dress, the dress. And then the waitress at IHOP, she liked it too. I was like, thank you. Because she's never seen me that dressed up. So I was like, okay. And with makeup, usually when I go, if I wear a dress, it's a chill dress. And if I had makeup, it's not what the makeup was in that video was. It's not like that at all. It's usually like, okay, my brows are done. Maybe a tint moisturizer, rarely. And some lip gloss, that's usually, or lippy, as much as he usually sees when we go to IHOP. So I got to see more than that. And we had a good conversation, discussed a lot. And I was supposed to see another friend that Sunday, but I had canceled that Friday. I was like, you know, I just don't feel like, I think I mentioned this, didn't feel like hanging out with him.
Hydrating.
think it's supposed to be a haunted house at this, it's like this black marketplace. They now have a building in downtown Phoenix. I guess it's gonna be a haunted house there, something this weekend. And I do haunted houses, so I'm not interested in going with. That's free for the community. That's great. So I think it's called Acres or Acres Marketplace. I want to say it's like 14th Street in Washington. Again, I don't know what day. If I remember to tag the day, I'll tag the day. But I'm not into, like I said, haunted houses, things like that. I'm not a big Halloween person. I'm trying to think. I've never been to a Halloween party. If I was invited to one, I'd be like, I don't have a costume. I'm like, what? And I know they have stores, but I'm also shape plus size. So finding, yeah. Yeah, since when I was a kid, yeah, costumes. Adult, not so much. Okay. I think that's good. And then let us blend. We'll be washing all my brushes this weekend. So this is still from, some people don't wash their brushes for like weeks, months, whatever. And I'm like, that's nasty. Usually a week is the longest I'll go. It's almost been a week. So these will definitely be washed this weekend. If I go anywhere else, kind of thing. So this is the nested brush. I wiped it off like that before I started using it. My hair is a really good length. I like this length. It's like getting it to stay this length or cutting it again to this length. It's like, it's usually cut it low and then let it grow out to this length. This is a good brush to brush upwards, like you should be with your bronzer. Right there anyway. And then down for down here. Just blend a little more right there. I was watching this video and she was doing looks. I want to say her name is Nikki something. Makeup artist. I would say Nikki Glass, but I'm not sure if her last name's Glass. If I remember, I'll tag it. And she used looks to make your makeup next level kind of thing. And she was putting on powder blush with the cream bronzer. But I'm like, I needed to ask her in the comments, did you ever set that bronzer? Or are you setting your bronzer? Because me doing that, I'm like, I set my bronzer as well. But I'm like, is she doing that? So I should have asked before now. And I watch some of her videos just to watch and kind of get her reviews and stuff. She's Caucasian, so some of the stuff I'm like, I won't ever try those products. They won't work on me, but the things, she'll talk about the quality of it, even if, and if I find it my shade, maybe I'll try it kind of thing. That's only like, I don't only watch videos of black beauty influencers. I watch white ones, Mexicans, everything. If I just want to know about the product really, or I just like how they do their videos. Like, sometimes like a lot of them also are in their 20s or 30s, sometimes 46. That's considered mature. I have mature skin, so it's like I can't relate to some things, some of your issues. But if they have combo oily skin, combo oily is combo oily, so I can relate in that sense. So like I said, take what you can and leave the rest. And if you're the professional makeup artist, I'm like, okay, well, they should know about other skin types or other skin tones, you would hope. The keyword is you would hope. Or, hey, they can have clientele. They only do white clientele. That's fine. But it's nice to find a makeup artist that can do all skin tones. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely going to always look hydrated with that concealer. Okay, let's do the nose. Let me wipe off some of this nose. Oh yeah, I gotta wipe off that nose. And cream before I set. Well, set and then general, I'm just trying to clean it off. I did do this already, didn't I? But let me do a little bit more. Okay, yeah, I'm good then. And I guess the best man holiday, not best man holiday, the best man, the 25th anniversary was this week, the other day, which, if you haven't seen The Best Man, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, it's a good movie. So, my nose feeling free. Nothing in there. So, that's cool. So, some of the actors that were in it were posting about it since its anniversary. Let us set bronzer. Use Vanessa again. Again, nothing really stays in this brush. Now I don't want to dirty up another brush, but I don't have to. And I do like this to do bronzer to my hairline like that. Again, it's when my hair is not blonde. So yeah, I like how kind of dense it is. This is the fluffy one I usually use. I like that too, but still, it's different. Kind of, you know what's going, exactly where you place it. I can't see because of the vein. Yeah, okay. Nice little warmth, because we still had some sun. I think Thursday. I think what political people were in town. Oh, because we have people coming back and forth here all the time now. I'm like, okay, election's almost over. And as long as you stay away from places I need to go. Crowds, because the traffic is ridiculous. Like, because Saturday night I was in downtown Phoenix, and the IHOP we had to get to was, you had to take the freeway, and that part of the freeway was closed. So I had to go through a crowded part of the city. There's a concert? I think there's a concert too. So I was like, okay. But surprisingly, I got there rather fast. I didn't get that many lights, but I was like, we'll bring them back. The Saharan blush palette. You can't find anywhere. If y'all find it, let me know. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna rock with this till the wheels fall off. I'm gonna keep this thing forever, ever. I love, yeah. And so of course we're gonna go in Neo right there. Yeah, it's good for me to use this palette because then I can highlight and then set it with one of these. Ooh. So let's go into Neo. It's Neo's fall. And we're trying to do fall colors now. And I was trying to think what blush, like cream or liquid blush, that I've been using, that I was setting with this. because I know that Juvia's Place, one of those, I know definitely works, but I didn't want to deal with the liquid blush. I was like, okay, what cream brush should I have? Maybe a May Collet, I'm not sure. But I'll look at my records because I keep track of, like, and write on index cards my looks. And then on my phone, if I see a look, I'm like, okay, what foundation was that? I kind of save a general, okay, this is the foundation I used, such and such in each look. That's one to help me. I'm getting old. And then just to remember in general. I'll get there early enough to catch the sunset, maybe. Sunset's usually about 5:55. I get that time. Parking, last time parking, yeah. Luckily, one of the guys was nice enough to walk with me afterwards. Because this thing is one of those things, like, you get to know some of the people. It's like, okay, and do I trust this person enough to walk me to my car? This person, yes, I trusted him enough to walk me to my car. There's at least 2 people I would trust enough to walk me to the car versus me walking by myself and possibly dealing with whatever, downtown Phoenix. And there's a lot of homeless, even though they, you know, cleaned up the homeless, they still down there. So I'm like, y'all took the places for them where they needed to go. Okay. So I'm gonna shut that for now. If that's enough still that's on there. Okay, it's not the full brush. So people have been having problems with the dogs lately. Like, there are dogs, like, literally fighting, like, going at each other, like, almost every day lately. I'm just like, get your dogs. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Supermoon, retrograde, these dogs been going at it. Okay. So this is Morphe's Rose de Fame palette. So it looks like this. So I used this color, and that color. I'll be using that in a second as soon as I spray. So again, Carpe Instant Matte. My ears were wet. Y'all know how I feel about wet ears. No, sorry, I was like... Yeah, I like how it's bringing everything together, the setting mist. I'm trying to think, am I looking? And regardless of whichever setting spray, except for one size, I still go in and if I see some shine, I will powder. Just a little. After the setting spray. Just in the T-zone. Just in the T-zone. They don't need to be all over. The rest of the place, I know my face is fine. It's just the shininess is always there. Regardless, I get setting spray or not. Okay, so let's go under the eye. And we're gonna go under with that one, which is Aristocratic Aura. pick one that's hard for me to say. Ooh, yeah, let's dust some of that off because that is dark. So for those who don't know, I, as a child, had a speech impediment with the letter R. I still have speech impediment with the letter R, so that's why anything with like too many R's. And one of my friends used to, yes, I still consider him a friend, used to make fun of the way I would say certain words. I will not say that word. It's not a bad word, it's a particular color that has an R in it. And so he would mess with me about saying it. And I guess this TV production we did in newscast in high school, it had the word Roadrunner in it. And he's like, why'd they do that to you, Andrea? Why'd they make you say all these R-letter words? And I was like, I know. So R words, like, I have to stop and think about it or stop to concentrate to say it properly. I'm not gonna say, oh, that speech impediment class, the speech therapy did not work. It got me to stop and think about how to form my lips and my tongue to say it. So even as an adult at 46, so I'm not gonna say it did not work. It's just, it's not gonna come natural regardless. Kind of blending out. I'm using Trustfund Issues. Is that what it is? Yep. To kind of blend out the sides here. There's another word that letter I had trouble with too. Can't remember what it is. I want to say it was S and SH. I'm not sure. Because they always concentrated on R. So that's why I'm like, of course I'm not going to figure out how to say the other one because y'all always concentrating on R. So, like I said, I know how to say it. I just have to stop and think about it. Wings never be looking the same. I even tried, you're supposed to, when you do it, look straight ahead, which is why I went like this. It doesn't matter, they're still very different. So, mascara. Okay, let's do lips. I'm gonna start off with House Labs for lip liner. So this is creamy. It's very creamy. There's nothing, I think it says it's matte. Well, it's called mahogany matte. But I'm like, somewhere if they consider it matte at all, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. It's creamy. So don't expect any matteness from it. And then let me do the highlighting like I was talking about. So all that with one finger. So we're gonna go in Zara. So, and I also like this palette because it has names. Not all of them have names. So I'm just setting. So, new product, Naturium, the Philo Glow Lip Balm. I have one of these in, I'm gonna say Spice. So I see videos and they're like, oh, you see some color. It's not much color on my lips. Maybe if I tried one of the other shades, but certain ones, yeah, it's not. So when I saw them come out with Ruby, this is from the Moody collection on the website. It's not in Ulta yet, but this is Ruby. And I was like, I want that one. And I saw swiping somebody's lips. I'm like, okay. But that person, black person, did not have the dark outer lips like I do. So I've tried this once already. No lip liner. It didn't look like anything other than the same shades, any other lip balm that I have. So hopefully with this lip liner, it's going to be a little more ruby. I will show you how it looks. I'm just going to put it on my hand right here. There's nothing on my hand. And so that's how it looks. So, you know, kind of red. But if I do it right here, okay. So let's see. I'm going to do another one without lip liner to show you how it doesn't really matter what balm of these. It doesn't, yeah. Okay, so it's definitely looking more ruby right now because of the lip liner that I have on. Like I said, a lot of these balms, they look the same on my lips because I have darker outer lips. And inside, sometimes it has a little color, sometimes it doesn't. So, okay, let me change my shirt real quick and then, yeah, change my shirt real quick. Actually, let's do the test first. Let's test out the setting list. So, nothing. So I do see some there. So then what is on my hand? Then what is on hand? Okay, look at this. Okay, I'm still seeing transfer. So okay, I'll change the shirt. I'm gonna wear a different bra because this bra doesn't go with this. I have a t-shirt bra. I was gonna wear that, but I might wear my strapless with the straps. But yeah, I'm not gonna test the spray again right now to see how. Like I said, I like how it looks. And hopefully, I purposely like I am not adding any other setting spray. I'm just gonna keep using that one to figure it out, see if it works. I like how I brought everything together. It's just it needs to. Maybe it's, but it's matte. It's supposed to matte, so I'm like mattify, set, don't let anything come off my face, kind of thing. For those times I am hugging somebody, that's why I like a good setting spray. It's like when I hug somebody, I don't want my makeup coming off on them. Summer, I don't want my face melting, makeup falling off, sweating off. But otherwise, this is my final look, and I am off to another happy hour.